And now, WWE presents Survivor Series.
Hello everyone and welcome back to WWE12 Universe. My name is Jitch and you are watching the 2010 Survivor Series, home of the shakiest cameras on earth. We are kicking this show off. I think I see now why they took these intro scenes off. I will admit they ran a lot better on the Xbox. My goodness, this is very choppy since the move to PS3. I mean, they were kind of laggy on the Xbox too at times, but never to this extent. This is kind of brutal actually. But we're kicking things off, of course, here at Survivor Series with a big Elimination Survivor Series style matchup coming your way from SmackDown. SmackDown also featuring the WWE Championship main event tonight. Stone Cold Steve Austin returns to the ring to take on The Miz for the WWE Championship, in which The Miz cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase to win from Stone Cold months back. Also tonight, we've got another Survivor Series matchup coming your way from ECW. It's going to be the Powerhouse, Ezekiel Jackson, Mason Ryan, and Vladimir Kozlov against Chavo Guerrero, Rey Mysterio... Oh, wait, no. Chavo Guerrero, Sin Cara, and Husky Harris. Also coming your way from ECW, we've got the ECW Championship match. The Big Show up against Kane. And that's going to be one hell of a collision. And then from Raw, we've got the Survivor Series style winner-takes-all match. World Heavyweight Championship, European Championship, World Tag Team Championship, all on the line. As it's going to be Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and either Wade Barrett or William Regal of the United Kingdom up against the team of Vader for the World Championship, Kevin Nash for the European Championship, and CM Punk with either Vader or Nash for the World Tag Team Championships. Also from Raw, we've got Edge versus Jack Swagger tonight in an anything goes match in which the loser must leave Raw. And from SmackDown and Raw, we've got a last woman standing match. Beth Phoenix up against Karma, the Divas Championship of SmackDown up against the Women's Championship of Raw. Again, winner takes all in that last woman standing match. Beth Phoenix determined to get revenge after losing to Karma at bragging rights. But we're kicking things off right now with this six-man elimination tag team match, Survivor Series style matchup. Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, John Cena, they're going to face off against the Crew. John Cena's former faction, Mark Henry, R-Truth, Booker T. What a match this is going to be to kick off the show, I'm sure. Rey Mysterio, a man determined for some success. He's tried single success. He's a former Intercontinental Champion. But I think right now, him and Eddie Guerrero, they seem to be really flourishing as a tag team. I mean, they won one match, therefore they're flourishing. But it was an important match in a way because Rey Mysterio picked up a victory over a man who's been a real thorn in his side for months now. Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, of course, victorious 2 weeks ago on SmackDown to over the tag team of R-Truth and Mark Henry. Mark Henry, who has been the bane of Rey Mysterio's life for months on SmackDown. And that's what brings us all to this moment here, the pinnacle of this rivalry. It all comes to an end in this Survivor Series matchup. He is a man who has had a very, very rocky path to this point here. John Cena, former WWE champion, former leader of the very group he's up against tonight. There was a little bit of a power struggle not too long ago. John Cena kind of sold the Crew out. He helped The Miz become WWE champion, with the exchange being that he would get a WWE title shot from The Miz, who he felt he could beat easier than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
418 pounds, is the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Yeah, that's right. John Cena helped The Miz become WWE Champion against Stone Cold Steve Austin as he assisted The Miz and The Misfits in a beatdown on Austin. It then led to Mark Henry telling Cena not to go behind his back. Cena told him to never call him out again. And in return, Mark Henry smashed John Cena's face through a car window, effectively kicking him out of the crew. Crew are determined here tonight to pick up this all-important victory and really establish themselves as a threat here on SmackDown, or over on SmackDown.
Representing the crew from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 235 pounds, R-Truth.
R-Truth notably not in the most sound mind all of the time. I'll never forget the way he actually ended up forming the crew with Mark Henry. R-Truth was the first man to align himself with Mark Henry. Booker T kind of came a lot later, but it initially started towards the end of Season 1 when Mark Henry set his sights on R-Truth, who he insisted could be so much more than he was, coming out dancing, making an idiot out of himself. He was insistent that R-Truth could make a name for himself, that he needed to just get more serious. And when Truth resisted and continued to sing and dance and, you know, have some fun on the way to the ring, eventually it led to Mark Henry beating the hell out of R-Truth and basically forcing him to submit.
Representing the crew from Houston, Texas, weighing 256 pounds, Booker T.
So in some ways you could honestly say that R-Truth was kind of beaten into submission with teaming with Mark Henry. Apparently he saw the light, the truth set him free, as it says, and that's what brought him to the dance, that's what made him team up with Mark Henry in the end. But now here we go, Booker T, the third and final member of the crew. Of course, we can't forget how he arrived on the scene. Started off as just a local competitor, getting a tryout here on SmackDown, but ended up getting very quickly aligned with John Cena and Mark Henry. Truth wasn't so much involved at the time, but they were all kind of taking turns beating on Rey Mysterio on SmackDown. It was actually Booker that ended Rey Mysterio's Intercontinental Championship reign. He may have lost it 2 days later to John Morrison, but it was in fact Booker that ended Rey's reign. The second ever Intercontinental Championship reign. And of course, who could forget that here tonight's Survivor Series, where we are officially hitting 1 year of this series. And I believe just around the halfway mark of this season, all in one episode. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. I don't know quite how that's going to be cut. It might be a little awkward because I might allow myself to finish off the sentence. But basically, they started fighting on the outside and the referee wasn't counting them out. And then I had a look at the rules and it turned out that countouts were turned off for some reason. So the match has been reset and now countouts are actually on. I just don't want a 30-minute match where they just fuck around on the outside for 30 straight minutes, because you know they will. You absolutely 100% know they will. That's why every Extreme Rules match I make Falls Count Anywhere, because if I don't, it will never end. And I do mean never. They will screw around if given the chance. As you know, with a 30-minute time limit, there's always the possibility that we do not actually get a full elimination result in this match. It could come down to that the time expires and the team with the most members wins. It's always possible in this kind of a matchup. Seems like Mark Henry decided to use the timeout to tag out to R-Truth. Makes sense after having lots of fun on the outside. Truth catching the referee with some of those blows, and here's a big tie-up from Eddie Guerrero. I don't imagine Truth's going to be tapping out within the first minute and a half, but you never know. The thing you got to expect with these Survivor Series matches is they're going to be very quick-paced. There's going to be a lot happening. I mean, I remember the bragging rights, elimination, 6-man tag, Raw vs. SmackDown. It came down to the last kind of kind of minute or so, and all the eliminations kind of all happen at once there, really. As I say, for anyone curious on what the rulings are in this situation, basically it's as simple as this. If it comes down to the last, if the time expires and the crew have Booker T and Mark Henry still, but Team Mysterio only has Mysterio, then the crew win automatically, as it was a 2-to-1 lead. So it could be just as number based as it can be about eliminating every single opponent, but obviously the objective really is to get every opponent out and stand tall, as Team Raw did at Bragging Rights when they defeated the crew. It was Jack Swagger that stood tall as the only member of Team Raw who was able to defeat all three of these men. R-Truth, Booker T, Mark Henry. This isn't their first rodeo in this sense, but they weren't successful in their last when they were Team SmackDown. And Ray goes flying across the ring onto R-Truth. The joys of talking the moment you wake up. Well, not the moment. I've actually had about an hour to wake up, but clearly wasn't enough. Got a busy day ahead of me, so I kind of had to do it now or never, and I really wanted to get Survivor Series done. I've been thinking about it for months. I looked over, we got a comment today on episode 40, which was, I think just before SummerSlam, and it was either just before or post SummerSlam. It was right around like the time of SummerSlam though, and SummerSlam is in August every year. Survivor Series is in November every year, so there's 3 months between them. But this episode pre-SummerSlam was uploaded 7 months ago. It was January, and it's like it's September now. It was like right at the end of January, in case you're wondering why it's 7 and not 8 months. But it's just like, I just saw it and I was like, geez, have I really been that inconsistent with these episodes? That actually, to be completely honest with you guys, that really bothered me. I was like, wow, I really don't like how irregular the uploads for this have been at all. No wonder this has felt like I've been playing it forever. The first episode of 12, I think, is almost a year old. Hopefully it'll be more consistent going forward. I can't guarantee that. I don't ever seem to be able to live up to that promise, so I ain't guaranteeing it, but I really want it to be. I've made plans for TLC. I've made somewhat plans for the Rumble. I haven't got anything in mind quite yet for the Chamber, but the Chamber's a tough one because obviously you've got 2 big 6-man matches. But I've got some Mania matches already in my head. And it's just like, yeah, I got it all planned out. I just need to actually, like, get there and do it. Obviously, there can be road bumps and things can go wrong along the way that change things. You know, the Brie Bella, The Rock, and Justin Gabriel, that whole storyline was based off of the in-game booking constantly associating her with The Rock. That was never going to happen otherwise. But, I mean, it's made a real star out of Justin Gabriel, huh? He's now a world title away from being a Triple Crown champ. Oh, Grand Slam champion, actually, because he's even held a tertiary, the light heavyweight title. Justin Gabriel could be the biggest star this series has ever seen. I don't know why I'm laughing. I really like Justin Gabriel. I think I'm just laughing because obviously I know how WWE really treated him. So, he won a couple tag titles with just a bunch of fluctuating tag team partners because they never really gave much of a shit about the tag titles or him. Until the New Day came along, then the tag titles mattered. Oh, you've got to love a refreshing bar TM cola. You've got to. I've told you so. If you've not tried one, you probably live in the US because I don't think bar is a brand over there. They're our local brand that kind of just do everything. Every drink, really. Or at least, like, every flavor of every drink. But a lot of them aren't very good, to be fair. I am curious if we'll see any eliminations in 30 minutes. We've got a lot of iron-willed people here. Ooh! A really nice STO there by R-Truth. Although he kind of hooked the legs, so I'm not sure if that was actually an STO. I don't think you do that with those. It's hard to explain. There's a lot of very similar moves in the wrestling world. Cena. Oh my god, attitude adjustment. That's it. He's done. He's finished. He did a kneeling attitude adjustment. Okay, John Cena coming off the ropes, going for the 5-knuckle shuffle, looking to eliminate R-Truth. Oh boy. He's got him. Oh, Eddie. Eddie kind of messed things up a little bit there by mistake. He kind of bumped into Cena, knocked Truth off his shoulders, and that time, John Cena with the attitude adjustment, but immediate eye rake from R-Truth. He really managed to get back to his feet quick off of a finishing move. The initial eliminations are some of the hardest ones to get. You gotta whittle that team down from 3 to 2. It can be really tough. They've got 2 people there to back them up. Honestly, what Team Mysterio's got going for them right now is pretty fitting, to be honest. You know, you got one member worn down now. R-Truth is down. He is worn out. He is much less prepared for this matchup. Now they can just do the same to Booker and Mark Henry. They got a good game plan there. Wear each member out. Make sure that something on them is hurting quite a bit. They can't move at the same speed they normally would. And then, ba-boom, you can get those pinfalls much easier on your opponents. Booker T's, though, he's in the ring now. And, of course, this is the man who defeated Rey Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. Definitely a bit of a storied history between them, as Booker T was knocked into the ropes there by Rey, but no connection with the 619 like I was hoping for. We've just passed the 9-minute mark in this Survivor Series matchup. I'm not going to count any of what happened in the first 3 minutes that I cut out, although that might be part of the episode. I'm not sure. It will only be for context's sake. And there's the 619 by Rey, coming off the ropes, caught him there with a big splash, and he doesn't go for the pin. But did the rules mess up and this is now like a submission-only match or something? Okay. Sorry. After having the no countouts thing randomly show up, anything's possible. I think if you make it an elimination 6-man tag rather than a normal tag where you then just set elimination, I think the countouts are just disabled by default. That might have been what happened. I didn't really look into it too hard, but that might explain it. Eddie really thinking about something there. Up next in this incredibly stacked match card, you can look forward to probably one of the biggest matches of the night. The Double Championship Last Woman Standing match is in fact next. Beth Phoenix up against Karma. The SmackDown Divas Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, both on the line. We're going to have our first ever double champion in the women's division. It's going to be some real tough duty for them to keep up with, having held both. They're going to have to appear on both Raw and SmackDown. Pay-per-views come along, they may have to defend both championships. They're going to be all over the place. Last woman standing, too. Booker T hung from that corner. Rey, oh, with that senton. Ooh, got to work out that left knee of Rey Mysterio. Oh no, that's a weakness. Can you pull him about having such a publicly made aware weakness? I think Eddie just told Rey that you can do it and told him to keep going. I don't think I've ever seen a tag partner do that before, but he definitely shook his head. I mean, Ray's going toe-to-toe with Booker T pretty nicely right now. Big kick to the back of Booker. Off the ropes, Booker T. Oh. Sends him crashing down to the mat. No attempts at any pinfalls yet in this 6-man elimination, as we have just almost hit the 12-minute mark. Just 3 minutes away from the halfway point in the time limit. I would love to see at least one elimination. I much prefer when there's actually a result in a match, especially a Survivor Series match. You know, Survivor Series is a big show. This is planning to become the traditional style of matchup you can expect to see here at Survivor Series, these elimination 6-man tags. As we know, the first ever Survivor Series, we had a lot of inaugural champions to determine, so the signature match then was the championship scramble, but that is not actually how it's supposed to be going forward. Don't worry, you won't be seeing those every year at Survivor Series. In fact, I don't even remember the last time there was a championship scramble. It's a match style I really enjoy, but perhaps there should be a pay-per-view for that or something, I don't know. This Sunday at Championship Scramble. Well, Booker T was showing some signs of serious hurt there. He was favoring those ribs, I believe. So now Mark Henry is basically the final target for Team Mysterio to wear down. They can now actually try to focus on eliminating some members in this tag team. The crew have really not been on their A game in this match. Seems like just as much as we've seen the rise of factions in 2010, we may be seeing the fall of them. You know, this Friday on SmackDown, we saw Tyson Kidd and Christian from the Misfits actually lose the tag team titles. Tonight at Survivor Series, we could actually see every member of the United Kingdom lose their championships. It's a real serious night for all involved. Mark Henry, ooh, what strength. Yes, that's what I just said, what strength. Takes down John Cena. And a big suplex on Cena from Mark Henry.
Whoa! Would you look at this? Can you believe it?
I can believe it. I can also believe that we're a minute away from the halfway point and Mark Henry is trying to put the hurt in on John Cena. 2 days ago on SmackDown, Cena picked up a singles victory over Mark Henry. He's got a score to settle with that man for sure. One would have to think about what the winning this Survivor Series matchup would imply for any stars that come out on top. Jack Swagger assumed that winning at bragging rights meant he was in line for a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity, and whilst Mick Foley agreed, Swagger tried sniping it out from a tag team partner of his, and that's what caused that match tonight. But Cena, with the attitude adjustment, Mark Henry knocked off the ropes, Booker T knocked off the ropes, Ray and Eddie right in their corners, and I believe that's goodbye to R-Truth. I don't know who the legal man is now, whether it's Booker or Mark Henry. That is for those two to decide. And it looks like Henry has decided on Booker based on the fact that he's been getting up on their rope. And Cena has gone straight for Booker T. The crew is not looking good right now.
He's seen it up. Here he comes. 3. I'm warning you. Keep it up. The tag is made.
Cena makes the tag to Rey Mysterio. Booker nor Mark Henry, neither man wants to actually get in the ring. Okay, Booker finally accepting that he's going to be the one to do it. There's a lot of reluctance in that. You could see Booker did not want to become the legal man. He was trying to wait on the corner and hoping Henry would get in. The referee had to count to 10. He had to decide who was going to be the one to actually be the legal man. Otherwise, one of them would have been disqualified by the referee's choice. Oh, big rake to the eyes of John Cena as Booker T's managing to fight back a little bit. It looks like he's going to try and force Henry to get in the ring.
And the ref sees the tag.
Can really cause some issues amongst a tag team when one of their members has been eliminated.
What sheer wow, that's gotta be it.
Cena doesn't seem to realize that Booker T is in fact not the legal man, and Henry capitalizes on that one. Cena holding those ribs. He's got to be careful. He's in there with a wild animal right now. Cena desperately trying to make a tag out to someone. A good choice, but I don't know about sending Ray in against Mark Henry. I'm sorry, but I just don't know if that's a good choice. I think Ray keeps trying to set up for the 619, but Henry just not quite catching the ropes. Oh, very nice offense there. It looked like Mark Henry was powering over Rey Mysterio, but he managed to find a way out of it. Got to be careful. This is a really bad matchup. Eddie and Cena both need to just recover in this time. I mean, I don't know if Eddie Guerrero necessarily needs to recover. He just doesn't seem to want to do anything. Because right now, any time Rey Mysterio is in the ring against Mark Henry, it's got to be worth it. Always going for that left knee. They clearly had a game plan when they walked into this match with Rey Mysterio tonight. It is specifically the left knee of Rey Mysterio that he has had surgery on countless times. He's gone on record to say. Oof. Mark Henry looking to eliminate the man he lost to this Friday on SmackDown, but of course, silly WWE 12 miss move lol. World's strongest slam on John Cena. Is that going to be enough to get the move done? I mean, to get the match done. I mean, get Cena out. I knew what I was trying to say. And Ray and Eddie both there to the assist very quickly of John Cena. And that is the struggle that the crew now have. No R-Truth really makes a difference in this one. And Henry wise to go for another pin attempt. Eddie Guerrero too busy mouthing off there, but Cena, oh! Henry and Booker seem to be having some communication issues right now, and oh, here comes the tag actually. Booker T into the ring. Is this going to be enough to get the job done? Comes flying in with a strike to John Cena. This is our special slow-mo effects here to make it more dramatic, of course. And of course he comes running at John Cena. Just keeps running at him. Yeah, he's going to go tag. No, never mind. No, he's going to go tag Mark. I mean, that makes sense. Rey Mysterio in the ring. You want Mark Henry in the ring. Make it as easy as possible. And here comes Eddie Guerrero, who is very, very fresh. I gotta say, off the hot tag, I was expecting a little more out of Booker T. I don't know why the hell he did what he did. Getting in the ring just to immediately tag out. Seems a little stupid. Henry lifts Eddie Guerrero up, and here comes a second World's Strongest Slam, this time on Eddie, but Eddie, ooh, was able to reverse it. And none of these guys want to stay in the ring. They just want to keep tagging. Oh! A classic in the Mark Henry offense. Almost past 20 minutes in this matchup. 10 seconds away. Right now, it is Team Mysterio that is coming out with the win if we run out of time. Mark Henry and Booker T have got 10 minutes to eliminate all three opponents. And they really need that redemption after losing at bragging rights. Big dropkick to the back of the head of Mark Henry. Henry goes running over to the corner and he makes the tag to Booker T. You notice a lot of people showing some signs of hurt. Rey Mysterio, John Cena, Booker, Mark Henry, all showing those signs of hurt. Eddie Guerrero, I mean, he's playing the classic Eddie Guerrero game. He's sitting this one out. He's biding his time, and he's finding the right time to kind of cheat and steal his way into a victory over the opposing team. I can get sentences out, trust me. See? Making sure he's nowhere near the tag corner when the time comes. Eddie Guerrero, you might think he's screwing his tag team partners by doing this, but what he's actually doing is he's making sure that they win. They have done next to no damage to Eddie. Oh! Attitude adjustment on Mark Henry That is exactly what he lost to on SmackDown, and I think we've just witnessed our second elimination in this match. Yes. This is looking real bad for the Crew. Booker T doesn't realize that his tag team partner's been eliminated and he is the only man standing on his side. He's too busy fighting Eddie.
Back into the steel post. And a huge move on the outside.
Whoa, look how groggy he looks. He's in
I
desperation
think
here.
maybe Booker's realized now.
Cena just one heartbeat quicker on that exchange.
I mean, I guess getting Booker counted out is still a victory.
Big. Right now his head must be screaming in agony.
Drags Booker to the center of the ring. Cena. Oh,
brutal power bomb.
what's he doing here?
Turnbuckle goes
Cena on the top rope? What? Oh,
That one.
oh, Booker just desperately trying to go in for a pin. He's realized he is the legal man. He is the only man left. He's doing what he can.
And the count's
And if the referee had actually countered, I think Booker would have eliminated John Cena there. He took a little while to realize where he was for some reason. I don't know what the hell that looking left and right shit was all about. That was stupid. Poor Booker. He actually kind of got screwed there by the ref.
Oh my, what a double team move.
Oh, Eddie's showing some signs of hurt now. There is a possibility that Booker T can come back into this. It's very low. Very, very low.
Got on the Eddie in control.
But he could do it. But Eddie, with that big brain buster,
Guerrero plants some skull
I think that may be all she wrote for the Crew.
2.
Clean sweep for Team Mysterio. Not a single member of the Crew were able to eliminate anyone on the opposing team.
winners, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, and John Cena.
This is going to cause some real friction amongst that group. They are supposed to be a solid unit. This is a tag team and one other guy, and they beat them. That is going to cause some serious issues in amongst the Crew, I have to imagine. But for now, congrats, I guess, to Cena, Mysterio, and Eddie on a huge victory as we move towards our next match. Last woman standing championships will be, at least one championship will change hands, is the best way to put it. The Divas Championship, the Women's Championship are both on the line. We are back here on Survivor Series. Apparently you can't make title matches
Contest
or
is a last man standing match. The only way to win this match is to incapacitate your opponent. Approaching the ring from Buffalo, New York, she is the Divas Champion, the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix.
yeah, apparently you can't actually make women defend their belts in last man standing matches. I don't know why. That's honestly up there as one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. I didn't even know that was a thing, but you can't actually put them on the line. So although they are on the line and I'll be changing them, they won't be celebrating with the belt or being declared the new champion, basically. It's absolutely ridiculous. I have no idea why that is a thing, but it is.
And her opponent, the WWE Women's Champion, Karma.
This is an incredibly serious situation, though. I don't know what Beth Phoenix was thinking when she signed herself up to this. It was Phoenix that requested it. She wanted to be the second woman to ever beat Karma. She wanted to be the one to do it at bragging rights when it was champion versus champion. And she'd represented SmackDown in that situation. Karma picking up one of Raw's victories, which eventually, I believe, led to Raw winning the night with the most points. But Karma was able to defeat Beth Phoenix. Karma, I believe, is like 12-1, I believe, is her current record, with one draw as well. Whereas Beth Phoenix has suffered a few losses in her career so far. She's not nearly as untouchable as Karma. But Phoenix was insistent that she needs this. She needs this redemption. She needs this match tonight. She's got to be able to prove to herself that she can beat Karma and she can win both championships. Beth Phoenix, I believe, is actually the only woman to have ever held both championships. She's the first ever one to hold the championship around Karma's waist, as a matter of fact. But yes, Beth Phoenix has a 12-8 win-loss record, whereas Karma has a 12-1, yeah, with one draw. So there is clearly a statistical favorite here, but Beth Phoenix wanted this match anyway, and she's gotten it. This is a very brutal match type, the last woman standing. Weapons are allowed in this. Anything is allowed. Natalya could come out and beat down Karma just as well, and it would be completely legal. Tiny Shiny could come out and decide that she wants to help Karma win. Anything's legal. I think this Monday on Raw, Beth Phoenix really had her confidence knocked a bit when Tiny Shiny was picked as the opponent for Karma. I mean, for Beth Phoenix on Raw by Karma, is what I meant to say. Karma clearly going for the fact that Tiny Shiny is the only woman to have ever beaten Karma, and of course she got the victory over Beth Phoenix as well. So, as I say, things really not looking too up for Beth Phoenix right now. I don't know quite if she's in the right mindset, if she's prepared for a match against Karma, but it's what she's got, and it's what she's got to go through. Oh, wow. Well, let's not forget, she is a very strong woman.
Big move coming.
Ah, the sun's up. I'm going to quickly open the curtains. I get a little bit of eye strain when sat with just lights on and stuff. But the sun is actually up now, so I'm gonna go open the curtains. Sorry for the silence.
Oh, she does it again. Not fast enough. What a haymaker. A huge right hand. Devastating shot to the spine and back. Uh-oh, this is bad. Hey! Oh, Karma's got her now. Still to come, King, is what should be a phenomenal main event.
Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I just really needed to open those. I get pretty nasty headaches, and they're all kind of eye-based, so I know for sure it's got to be some form of eye strain. I'm going to quickly have a look at the microphone for a second. There seems to be quite a thick, flat line when I wasn't talking. Sorry. Ooh, there's a really loud humming sound. I'm not quite sure why that is.
Ooh, a skull-crushing impact. Blocked.
My best guess is that may be the PlayStation itself.
She fights her way out.
Seem to have gotten rid of it a little bit though. Right, yeah, sorry about that. We keep the headphones thrown over the side of the pop filter. It's got like a little bit that arches out, and I keep the headphones hung over that. So when I put them on real quick to listen to the audio, there's a lot of touching the mic, which obviously is quite a loud, horrible sound. So I do apologize. Beth Phoenix though, with Karma up on her shoulders. As you can see, there is no time limit in this match. This match is just kind of set to go until a winner is decided. There will be someone who walks away with both championships. One of these titles is bound to change hands tonight. This is actually, believe it or not, Beth Phoenix's first title defense since winning the championship from Natalya almost 60 or so days ago. I think over 60 days ago. Let me quickly check that. Someone tried being smart with me once and telling me that the wiki had the spoilers on it. So I now update the wiki quite a bit after the episodes have gone up. So I have to quickly make sure to add 7 to it. 51 days she is on today as Divas Champion with no defenses so far. Whereas Karma is on her 154th day in her Women's Championship reign. And has quite a few defenses, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I went on the wrong page. Whoops. There we go. Karma has had 3 successful defenses since winning the Women's Championship. Whereas Beth Phoenix is, she is, as I said before, 51 days in with no defenses, yeah. Might lose it on her first one here tonight. She's really risking a lot for someone that I don't feel is going to gain as much as she's risking. I mean, it's all about pride, really, and she has a lot of hurt pride right now, thanks to Karma, I suppose.
And there's another reason that Karma is so dangerous. Oh, no!
I gotta say, Phoenix is really giving it to Karma in this one. She's really doing everything in her power to try and wear down this unstoppable monster. She's not resorted to using any of the weapons under the ring just yet either.
All the damage to the torso.
Karma actually holding, I can't tell what that is, a chest? She's showing that she's not 100%. Beth Phoenix might actually have this. Oh my god, the count has actually started. Karma is down. This would be nuts. No way. Already? I don't know what just happened. Even Phoenix seems confused. Well, she did it. Beth Phoenix is now the proud holder of the Divas and Women's Championships. I'm speechless. That was such a short match. And she beat Karma. Oh my god. Well, Beth Phoenix is now the holder of both the Women's and the Divas Championships. I don't know what this means for her future, but she's got twice the responsibility. But she's done it. She's won them both. There's not really a lot more that can be said. What a shocking change. We are not from Washington, D.C. Ignore that.
The following six-man tag team match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from El Paso, Texas, weighing 215 pounds, Chavo Guerrero.
We have hit the second Survivor Series match of the night. Chavo Guerrero is set to team up with his tag team partner Sin Cara and Husky Harris as they go into this elimination six-man tag team match against ECW's Powerhouse, known as simply the Powerhouse. Ezekiel Jackson, Mason Ryan, and Vladimir Kozlov, who this past Tuesday on ECW got probably one of the biggest victories of any of their careers. I mean, admittedly, Vladimir Kozlov lost the Hardcore Championship to Goldust, but it was Ezekiel Jackson and Mason Ryan who teamed up with Brodus Clay and got a 3-on-1 victory over the Big Show. Which I imagine has got the Powerhouse feeling pretty damn confident tonight.
From Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 196 pounds, Sin Cara.
Team's looking pretty ready. ECW finally getting more of a spotlight here with their very own Survivor Series matchup. This one's important for all 6 men involved, whether they care about each other or not. This is all about making ECW feel like a brand that matters, and that's what these 6 are looking to do. I mean, 6 is quite a lot of people from the ECW roster. When you consider that Kane and Big Show are also competing tonight, that's 8 of the 14 people on ECW you're seeing tonight.
And their partner, Briscoe Floyd, weighing 295 pounds, Husky Harris.
Husky Harris makes his way down to the ring for this one. He's been showing a real mean streak just lately. Something, as I said before, has really snapped in him. Honestly, I thought he put on quite an impressive performance against Kane on ECW this Tuesday. Yes, he may have lost. In fact, all 3 members of this team lost to just Kane. A gauntlet where they came out back to back. But I don't know, man. I think there's a different side of Husky Harris that's building every single week. There seems to be a fire igniting under him. Something is changing in him.
And their opponent, representing the powerhouse from Cardiff, Wales, weighing 313 pounds, Mason Ryan.
I imagine the powerhouse are really going to mean business tonight, though. They're doing this more for their boss, Mr. McMahon. He's got a lot of faith in these 3 guys. But what's really curious about the powerhouse is this recent Brodus Clay interaction. Clay came out and assisted Ezekiel Jackson and Mason Ryan in a match against the Big Show. I don't know how needed he was, but he was there and he made an impact.
Representing the powerhouse from Harlem, New York, weighing 309 pounds, Ezekiel Jackson.
Jackson, a incredible success, a former United States champion, a man who never lost that championship. He was simply stripped of it due to injuries. Hasn't won a championship since then, as he made the move to ECW upon his return. A victory tonight in the Survivor Series matchup, I would imagine, would put him in contention for the ECW championship. But what happens if Kane wins the ECW championship tonight, and then one of McMahon's boys from the powerhouse starts saying that they want a title shot? It's bound to happen eventually. There's only one championship McMahon has any power over in ECW, and it's the ECW championship. As we know, the hardcore title is a community-driven championship. Who challenges for that is completely decided by votes.
And their partner, representing the powerhouse from Moscow, weighing 302 pounds.
An absolutely massive threat to everyone involved, Vladimir Kozlov. I think he's the guy. I think if there's anyone I see in the near future demanding an ECW championship match, it's the man who really brought the Big Show to his limits. Yeah, okay, Ezekiel Jackson and Mason Ryan, as well as Brodus Clay, now hold a victory over the Big Show in that 3-on-1 match, but it was a 3-on-1 match. You talk about people who brought Big Show to his limits. Kozlov and Big Show went 1-on-1, and it was incredible what was achieved in that match. We're starting things off with Chavo Guerrero, the aspiring world champion, going up against Mason Ryan. This is where it all started, actually. Chavo Guerrero was insistent he could become world champion. Mason Ryan almost took personal offense to the idea of Chavo Guerrero succeeding better than him. And they then went on to have a 1-on-1 match in which Chavo defeated Mason Ryan on ECW. And you can really see the size difference. You can see why that would upset the powerhouse so much, to see one of theirs fall to someone like Chavo Guerrero. It's been a real power struggle for Chavo Guerrero and Sin Cara on ECW. It's quite a big built territory. I think it's the same reason Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase are struggling to find their way on there. A lot of larger athletes on ECW. From Mason Ryan, Ezekiel Jackson, Vladimir Kozlov, Husky Harris, Kane, Big Show, Brodus Clay. Even to an extent, you could say Mick Foley's a little bigger than Sin Cara or Chavo Guerrero.
See their head snap back. That's not good. And now he's back out on the apron. This young man, Sin Cara, seems to have found a way to defy gravity. It won't take long for the aggression to escalate quickly in this one.
Over full of yards.
Mason Ryan's out way ahead in the early going.
See Harris freaking out in the corner. You know he wants that tag in.
And the ref sees the tag.
Of course, Chavo Guerrero and Sin Cara, they are a tag team. There are no tag team titles for them to win on ECW, but they are a tag team.
Interesting articles in there about all the superstars here in the WWE.
Chavo really doing his best to work over Mason Ryan. I mean, Mason Ryan has often been referred to as kind of the weak link of the powerhouse. Not the most successful guy to have ever set foot in the ring, despite his stature.
Over the past several decades, Survivor Series has become an
And you see Chavo Guerrero right now. He's really capitalizing on the fact that he knows Mason Ryan is the weak link.
for Mexico,
And that's the one that decided to take issues with him.
countries throughout the entire Middle East. The tag is made.
Jackson's now in. Chavo Guerrero not ever set foot in the ring with Ezekiel Jackson before. This is a real threat to him. Husky Harris most recently picked up a victory over Ezekiel Jackson. It was in a very impressive win. They say it really set something off in Husky Harris too.
Hold on, where's he going? Uh-oh.
And oh, very nice move by Chavo Guerrero.
Oh, what a crossbody.
Tried to connect with the crossbody, but Ezekiel Jackson nowhere to be found quite simply.
Oh, man. How much damage did that cause?
Chavo is just all over the place. He's showing what that athleticism of his can do.
Like that, I'm wondering if he has something in his eye.
I don't think that was intentional.
The ref gets absolutely flat.
Don't know why he was just running into Chavo though, to be honest. Submission hold applied on Chavo Guerrero. Very quick to escape that one.
And the massive Ezekiel Jackson counters it. Oh, he's going for the eyes. That's such an effective move. Jackson.
Real big match coming up next. Jack Swagger and Edge. Anything goes. A winner must be determined in this Extreme Rules match. The loser leaves Raw.
In Richfield, Ohio. And that started a decades-long phenomenon.
Look at Chavo Guerrero, man. What strength. He made that look easy. There's that shitty move.
Oh my
I
God.
feel like Husky Harris is being a little bit ignored in this matchup.
Oh, he's on the move again.
Corner once again, but no one home.
And a jaw jack.
Chavo's strategy is quite clear. Stay on the offense as much as humanly possible. Don't even give them a second to connect. It's been working pretty well so far, but Ezekiel Jackson is no joke.
He desperately needs to make a tag here. Now that's a statement.
Chavo is in some real serious trouble right now.
Trying to keep their wits about them.
I think perhaps he tried to be a little too much of a hero.
Intercepted. Oh, a great counter. There's the tag.
And again, Husky Harris being completely ignored. We're past 5 minutes into the match and he has not once been tagged in.
This is an undying will.
God, that Sin Cara's lighting wasn't applied for this match, by the way.
It is indeed a holiday tradition. We're having so much fun at Survivor
So
Series.
much fun.
Holy moly! Look at this guy.
And Sin Cara catching Ezekiel Jackson by the arm as he tries to force a submission out of Jackson. Yeah, good luck with that.
And he powers out, and the ref starts to count.
But he's still in control.
Cara is rolling.
That's a very Sin Cara-like move. Thank you.
What's at stake for these teams in this match? A win in this one is absolutely huge.
striking down on Sin Cara as he's got him in the ropes now. Oh. And again.
Momentum has shifted back and forth repeatedly between these superstars.
The back and forth. Ezekiel Jackson now managing to get some offense, and I think he's had enough. He's got to keep the speed game grounded. Mason Ryan actually paid off with a little help there. That strike to the back of Sin Cara, you know he was about to get some offense in. We've not yet seen Kozlov in. I feel like Kozlov's really starting to break out as the star of the Powerhouse. That Hardcore Championship win did a lot for him, I think. That match against Big Show and that Hardcore Championship win, we've seen a very determined Kozlov just lately. But as I said on ECW, he's not really been very involved in the affairs of the Powerhouse just lately. Very nice move by Sin Cara there, but it's all flash. Husky Harris begging for the tag, and once again he is ignored. Almost feels like Chavo and Sin Cara just wanted to have this match to themselves. Jackson going for the tag, and here comes the big man. An absolute mountain of a man, Vladimir Kozlov. Oh. An attempt made on Chavo Guerrero. He's able to kick out at 1. His Uncle Eddie, very successful earlier in the night. Could Chavo also be a part of a successful team? Kozlov's going to make sure that doesn't happen. This guy is absolutely mauling Chavo Guerrero right now. Chavo Guerrero up to his feet, and there's the Iron Curtain. Is Chavo Guerrero out of this one? I mean, it's really going to come down to Husky and Sin Cara saving him, yeah. And this Chavo manages to throw Vladimir Kozlov over the ropes. He's actually managed to find himself back in this one. If I were Chavo, I would want to get the hell out of there as quick as possible right now. Kozlov is the first man to really stop the speed and momentum of Chavo Guerrero. And he's doing it very effectively.
And the pain has to be shooting through his face. I don't think so.
Even when Chavo thinks he's got to move in, he doesn't.
Boy, this has just been pandemonium. I bet they could hear that one up in the rafters.
Throwing him into the corner of the Powerhouse as Kozlov's looking to make the tag out, and in comes Mason Ryan, a man very determined to get a victory over Chavo Guerrero after being stood up about a month ago on ECW. And here's his attempt. And Harris very quick to break up the pin. I mean, he's got to get in the ring somehow, huh? Perhaps this is a strategy, though. Perhaps they're trying to preserve their big man. They've only got the one. Perhaps they're trying to preserve him for as long as possible and wear down the opponents in the meantime. Chavo now running over to the corner, just desperately trying to make that tag. And in comes Husky Harris at long last. Harris, who was the only man here to definitely pick up a victory over Ezekiel Jackson ever. And here comes the two big men of each team. Not that anyone in the Powerhouse is particularly small, but I'm talking up Kozlov big tonight, alright? The mean streak of Husky Harris has been something to keep an eye on. And look at this. All fired up. Oh, weird, I pressed the X button and got caught in a headlock. Imagine that. Oh. Oh yeah, what a great move. Harris has waited so long for this. Look at all this offense he's getting in. Kozlov covered. No. No one eliminated yet in the 11-minute mark into the matchup.
And he escapes the hold.
Kozlov. Oh,
There's a taste of the Sambo background from this massive Russian. These superstars looking for a victory.
right into his own corner.
To build momentum.
Making sure to keep Kozlov cut off from the opponents. Husky Harris on a roll. He goes in for a pin attempt. Is he going to be able to eliminate? Nope. Not at all. And this one's broken down completely. There are bodies everywhere. But don't worry, they managed to maintain order nice and quick.
Big move coming. The referee getting involved now. Devastating reversal by the former Sambo champion.
Honestly, I think Kozlov may have done Harris a favor there. It looked like he was going to do some kind of tag team move in the corner.
Refusing
I think he would have ended up regretting that. As in comes Mason Ryan. Oh,
Look past the ring at the thousands and thousands of WWE
and now
fans
Ezekiel
in
Jackson, a
attendance.
man who is no stranger to Husky Harris.
Having a great time tonight.
And the strength this man genuinely possesses.
And he finally gets out of the ring. Whoa! And he fights his way out. He is definitely going to have hang on.
Oh, look at this torture rack. This could be the loss of a very valuable member on Team Chavo.
Oh man, that's gotta hurt. Hey!
But Harris able to escape into a DDT. And he's really stretching that arm out too. And what's Husky looking to do here? Is he going to get that? No.
Nice reversal.
No, he's not.
Hey! Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Not this. He's looking
And again! Uh-oh. This could be real trouble for Husky.
locked in. Will this be it? Oh, lights out.
But again,
Now.
got the will to fight out. And Husky Harris now obviously needing to take a break from the match. No, Husky Harris now needing to take a break from the match. He finds himself tagging out. Sin Cara very fresh into this one still. Sin Cara and Mason Ryan going to face off.
Sin Cara is a world traveled veteran, having thrilled people around the world in Mexico, Japan.
And got the referee. Yeah, that's right. You get him. He is your enemy. Sin Cara now showing off what he can do. Husky Harris just glad he finally got to do something.
Watch out here.
Mason Ryan would be the natural fit as the first to go from the group. Win-loss records do state he is the least successful member of the Powerhouse.
Counter by Mason Ryan. Uh-oh.
I mean, it could all turn around. Guy was real fired up after winning that handicap match on Tuesday. The point where he attacked one of our Spanish announce team members.
Sin Cara quickly kicks out. Yow! And Sin Cara gets taken off his feet. Look at this! Look at this! Oh, look out!
Mason Ryan getting schooled right now. Thank you, ref.
And the
Aren't you
sees the
wonderful?
tag.
And in comes Chavo and Kozlov, both pretty hurt. Oh! Kozlov now launching Chavo into the opposing corner. Tag made to Mason Ryan. Still very fresh, Mason Ryan. You notice he's the quick moving one in the team still. It's just for some reason he keeps tagging out. Really doesn't seem to want to actually fight in this match.
And there's the count. Oh, tremendous right hand to the temple. Hang on. Would you look at this? Fighting and clawing with every fiber
Oh.
of speed, refusing to
Absolutely
submit.
flatlined Chavo there, and
The tag is made.
okay, I really don't know what the Powerhouse are thinking right now. Jackson caught
Whoa!
completely off guard, I think, by Chavo Guerrero. I mean, they were screwing around.
Scored
And here's the pin attempt by Chavo. Oh, not even close. Yeah, thank you, targeting. I definitely wanted to go for a tag team partner. You're absolutely right. That was the plan. Chavo not getting caught with that one again. And Jackson making the tag to Kozlov again. Mason Ryan really sitting this one out now.
What a vicious backbreaker.
Tag made to Sin Cara as once again I've noticed that Harris is being put on the shelf. Save for later.
Whoa! Would you look
Whoa.
at this? Do you believe it? This is an undying will to succeed.
Kozlov just getting in with blow after blow after blow.
There's the tag.
Tag made to Mason Ryan. And again, he just immediately runs to the corner, and you know he's going to tag Jackson. You just know it. Or go for a pin.
That should do it right there.
Maybe Mason Ryan's dealing with some kind of an injury, and he just wants to stay out of the ring. Or Husky Harris making sure that he can escape. Sin Cara up top. Oh. Okay.
Oh, what an elbow drop. He sees it.
Mason Ryan looking for something big here.
Wait a minute. Refuse.
Got a Uranagi coming up. Yep.
Side slam.
Side slam apparently. Is Sin Cara going to be the first to be eliminated in this Survivor Series matchup? No. Oops. Husky Harris tagged in by Sin Cara. And, ooh, flatlined. That's got to be it. We got to be finally seeing someone eliminated in this match. What?
And there's the count.
Try again. Come on, I want someone out. Anyone. My team, their team, I don't care. Someone.
No, he kicked out. And the ref starts the count.
Yes. Oh, Husky Harris. Okay, referee's just kind of swinging his arm around at the moment. Wants to remind everyone that fist pumping was a thing people did at one point. Or still do, I don't know. Mason Ryan now. Going for the tag to Kozlov. Husky Harris. Tag to Sin Cara.
Now he's back out on the apron.
Oh. Just ran him over there. What's going on? What's happened to the Powerhouse? Why are they like, I'm too scared. Sin Cara, man. I can't do it. Oh, wow. Oh, this is going to be bad. Oh, okay. Maybe not. Thought he was going to hit him with a Dominator.
I'd rather not. Hey now! And he will
Just keep running away.
finally gets out of the ring. And he's caught.
Nice move by Sin Cara. Showing a bit of backbone there against Ezekiel Jackson as he goes for the pin attempt. Is this going to finally be an elimination? Note, the referee is once again just flailing his arms around. We have got to get ourselves a new ref. Sin Cara locked in a bear hug by Jackson. And even when I try to lose, I can't. I just want an elimination. Something needs to happen. It's been 20 minutes.
His weight behind that splash. There's the drop kick.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We got
More tags. Where are you going? Gonna try and capitalize off of Kozlov's big slam on Sin Cara, and there you go. We finally have an elimination. Oh no. Sin Cara has been eliminated.
Oh, what a
And
counter.
apparently I'm only in control of Husky Harris now.
Oh, right on the head.
I can't actually take control of Chavo. Oh, okay. Fine.
The referee getting involved now.
Chavo Guerrero going toe to toe with Mason Ryan. Camera very focused on Husky Harris though. The powerhouse being put at a real advantage here. Chavo's gone brain dead.
And now his partner comes in.
3 on 2.
Good teamwork there.
Husky Harris calling desperately for the tag. Obviously, Ezekiel Jackson
He's
just tearing into Chavo Guerrero right now.
watch it, watch it.
And another big Uranagi.
Heel Jackson.
And Husky Harris knocked off the apron, but Jackson, of course, doesn't even go for the pin. Don't be stupid.
Where he is right now.
How are you doing, Kozlov?
Spine bending and cracking from that backbreaker.
Oh, God, that would take Kozlov out of the equation.
Much longer, and this could end in the count out. I'm warning you, I will count you out. What an incredible
What is he counting? Wait, am I the legal man?
pass of Ezekiel Jackson. And there's a tag.
Oh. Why the hell was Chavo in the ring?
And now he's back out on the apron.
What was the 1 for? I think there was a bit of a miscommunication here.
Body by Husky Harris.
Cover on Mason Ryan.
Two, and he breaks
I mean, that was very close to the opponents. I don't know what you were thinking, Ryan. I mean, Husky Harris.
And the ref sees the tag.
Tag made to Vladimir Kozlov. Tag made to Chavo Guerrero.
What a beautiful diving crossbody.
Chavo now.
Chavo, this isn't good.
No freaking way. Gory bomb. Oof.
Bob, Chavo dropped him face first. And will
That's
this be
right in
it?
front of the powerhouse
One,
again.
Two. He's seated up. Here he comes.
Yeah.
Three. No, he kicked
I
out.
forgot how to drag.
And there's the count. Oh, good lord. In the ropes, and that may have been the only escape.
Getting really annoyed right now. Anything at all. We got 5 minutes left. I really would prefer a result. I mean, I know that this still counts as a result. I prefer when they actually have a ding 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 and an end, not a time up. I put the time limit there obviously because otherwise they take forever. Chavo is definitely going up, not whatever he just did, and big elbow drop to the chest of Vladimir Kozlov. Is that going to be enough to eliminate the Moscow Mauler?
Two.
Yes, it is. They've evened the odds.
This. He's stretching out that torso, checking for any bruises, and you know they're there.
I believe, yeah, okay, it's Mason Ryan who's the legal man now. For a moment I thought it was Ezekiel Jackson.
Still going. How? How is this possible?
I wonder why we can't hot tag. That's kind of weird.
Hooking the leg. One.
Harris, gotta focus. Oh, Chavo almost got eliminated there. Kozlov was definitely not the man I thought we'd see eliminated first from the powerhouse. Another pin here on Chavo Guerrero, who is still able to kick out, because I'm just somehow timing these right today. And yes, of course, that's how that works. You throw people in the corner and then you do hot tags. Husky Harris coming in on fire. And a flatliner. Chavo Guerrero going over to take care of Mason Ryan. And there goes Ezekiel Jackson. This is now 2-on-1 in the disadvantage of Mason Ryan. Husky Harris just kind of watching on. Doesn't seem very concerned about Chavo Guerrero right now. Caught him.
Internal damage. It looks like it. Those ribs have been targeted so many times over the course of this match. I wouldn't be shocked if one or two maybe cracked right now.
Husky Harris. No, okay, never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Oh! Oh no! Oh, he got him. Side slam by Mason Ryan on Husky Harris. Is this going to be enough? Referee, stop doing that! Whoa, where am I? Who am I? Chavo Guerrero and Mason Ryan, the final two. And oh, hold up a second. No freaking way. Chavo. Fuck, I don't know how to drag. Catches him once again once he gets in the ring. Off the ropes. Got him with the senton. Into the pin. Chavo Guerrero, 1, 2, 3, picks up the victory as the sole survivor of Team Chavo. The Powerhouse have been beaten. My God. Husky hadn't even left ringside yet. Wow. What a match that was. That was a real roller coaster towards the end there, but Chavo Guerrero getting the job done. Husky Harris took the pinfall, but the moment Mason Ryan was finished with the pin, Chavo with the gory bomb for the victory, and it's Team Chavo that comes out with Chavo as the sole survivor for the victory. This is going to really dent the pride of the Powerhouse, and it's not looking good for factions tonight, because we had the Crew up against a tag team and an extra guy, and the Crew lost. We've had the Powerhouse up against a tag team and an extra guy, and the Powerhouse lost. So the United Kingdom are not looking favourable when they go up against three of Raw's top stars who have no history of teaming together in Vader, Kevin Nash, and CM Punk in the main event tonight. But coming up next, more action from Raw, as a matter of fact, as it is going to be an anything goes loser leaves Raw match. First time we've ever had this in the series. Edge versus Jack Swagger. The loser must leave their brand.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from Perry, Oklahoma, weighing 263 pounds, the All-American Jack Swagger.
You may be asking yourself, how exactly does this anything goes match work? Well, it's very similar to an Extreme Rules match, but it's also in the sense very similar to a last man standing match. There are no disqualifications, there are no countouts, but there are 3 different ways for you to beat your opponent. Traditionally, as you know, there is pinfall or submission, but also you can incapacitate your opponent for the count of 10. So any one of these rulings can get the job done. This is more about brutality than it is about getting that victory in the end. So if you don't necessarily want to get the pinfall, but you'd rather hurt your opponent to the point where they can't stand anymore, you can win that way too. Issues between these two have gone on for months on Raw, to the point where Mick Foley, he tried making them a tag team and it blew up. They were too fixated on becoming world champion and on their success in that sense.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 241 pounds, the Rated R Superstar,
One would have to think the winner of this match would almost near enough be guaranteed the World Championship match at TLC, as they were both involved in the World Heavyweight Championship tournament to determine a contender for the TLC, for the Survivor Series World Championship match. However, it ended up with a backstage brawl in which Edge speared Swagger through a vending machine. Several shards of glass were removed from Jack Swagger's back following that incident. There were electrical burns. Swagger had to have quite some serious treatment for that, but he is 100% ready for tonight's match. And these two have really taken their rivalry to a whole other level. They tried being a tag team, they tried making it work, but in the end their egos were just a little too big for that.
Got the arm up. How do you assess Swagger's situation here, Ken?
Edge very quick to be on the offense. We've not really seen a whole lot of Edge lately on Raw, or Jack Swagger for that matter. These two have just had their issues going on backstage for quite some time. Edge was supposed to be the contender of the World Heavyweight Championship weeks back. Following the events of bragging rights, the very next night he was supposed to go one-on-one with Sheamus for the World Heavyweight Championship. However, Edge was attacked backstage by Jack Swagger, who insisted that because he won for Team Raw, he deserved a World Championship opportunity, even though Edge was already declared the contender. It wasn't actually supposed to be a time limit on this. I kind of screwed up by turning that on. Sorry about that. I kind of messed up a little bit.
Swagger's close to 6'6" and already 265 pounds. He's so young, you know he's going to get bigger as the years go on. It won't take long for the aggression to escalate quickly in this one.
Edge completely on the offense right now. Jack Swagger has barely got a move in. You know, the thing is, realistically, I feel like it's Edge who's going to be the more frustrated one between the two. Yes, Swagger got put through a machine, but Edge was attacked backstage by the man he thought was his tag team partner as he was preparing for a World Championship match. And then Swagger went out there and had the nerve to take Edge's opportunity to compete in that World Championship match, and he lost. Not only did he steal Edge's opportunity, he didn't even manage to do anything with the opportunity that Edge had. I could see why that would lead to this level of frustration for sure. You speak about brutal matches though, let's look at our next match. The ECW Championship on the line. It's going to be a real hectic match for sure. Just a standard one-on-one match admittedly, but the ECW Championship on the line between two likes like the Big Show and Kane, I think we are in for a very hard-hitting match. And just as equally a new champion as we are a retaining champion. That one is really, really 50-50. I have no idea who's coming out on top. There's only one World Championship match coming up tonight that I am confident in the result of, and that is Stone Cold versus The Miz. I am sorry, Miz, but I just don't know how you're going to survive the onslaught of Stone Cold Steve Austin tonight. That man is determined to get back his WWE Championship after being cashed in on by The Miz. Back at Hell in a Cell. You've not seen Austin for almost an entire month. He issued a warning. He issued that warning to John Cena. He issued that warning to the Misfits. He issued that warning to everyone. He was gunning for his championship. You gotta think, when either one of these two men become a free agent, Vince McMahon, Teddy Long, they are going to be trying to snatch these two up as quick as possible. Mick Foley is really losing a star here tonight. When one of these two takes a loss, I don't think they'll be off your screens for too long if I had to guess, but you never know. Perhaps their problematic side has made them a little off-putting.
The eyes of Edge showing no remorse. And Swagger blocks it. Watch it.
I think these two really could have made great tag team champions. It's a damn shame that they had to keep doing this to themselves.
Oh, I can guarantee that the All-American didn't learn that in college. He may be intent on breaking the arm. Swagger demonstrating skill, power, and ruthlessness. You were watching Survivor Series, which all began back
Swagger
in
has been very much
1987 in Richmond,
able to fight
Ohio.
back with everything that Edge has been throwing at him. I really didn't think for a moment there that Swagger was going to be able to get his head in the game. It seemed like Edge was 100% full focused in control from the beginning, but Swagger has managed to turn things around a little bit. Into the corner goes Edge. Swagger now. Stalking Edge, but not really doing anything with it.
Here comes Edge, and you can feel that the momentum has shifted. Ooh,
Goes for that drop kick, but nope.
it's so hard to outmaneuver that young man. Big move coming. Edge thinking one or two moves ahead with each hold. Right on the arm.
Edge going for a cover attempt here on Jack Swagger. Is that going to be enough to get the job done? No weapons involved so far. Perhaps these guys don't want to resolve their issues that way. I mean, the anything goes stipulation was thrown on by their general manager Mick Foley. It wasn't requested by either of them. He saw the brutality that this rivalry had led to, you know, attacking people backstage, back-to-back, you know, weeks. And Foley had just decided that that was what was best for them. Perhaps it wasn't. Perhaps they want to resolve things in a simple one-on-one match.
And he wills his way out. Swagger.
Either way, as I said before, you know, one of these two is going to be a hot free agent by the end of tonight. You can look at it as a loss, but also you can look at it as a potential gain for another brand. You're looking at two people who are former world heavyweight champions. Admittedly, Edge's was less than a few minutes, but nonetheless, two free agents who are former world heavyweight champions. Swagger really getting that offense in. He's got Edge up. Oh, Edge with the reversal there. Will this one be as over as suddenly as Phoenix versus Karma was? This could be the end of it right here, actually. Oh, no. Swagger very careful to go for that roll-up, though. He knew what he was doing. He was trying his best. Back and forward these two go. You wouldn't believe it's already almost been 8 minutes since this match started, but they've been quite physical. I haven't really seen a clear favorite in this match. I feel like this was going to be one of those that's going to kind of end just out of nowhere, really.
Wow! Talk about timing. Hey, Edge caught him.
Oh, what is this? Ooh, that'll do your back in. Doesn't go for a pin attempt off of it, though. Interesting choice by Edge. Out of the ring goes Edge, as Swagger is looking to make control for a moment there, but he didn't. Falls count anywhere in this match. No countouts. No disqualifications. Still applies as a rule, and of course, yes, the referee can count Swagger out for a 10. He could be incapacitated that easily.
You look at this. Can you believe it? This is an
We've seen stranger things tonight. Is that really going to be it?
the referee.
Okay, last man standing matches suck. Got it. Cool. Not the best gimmick to put on a match. I now understand that. The game has proven it to me with 2 matches in one night. Well, it looks like Edge is going to remain a Raw superstar and pick up a massive victory and get rid of a real serious problem all in one. But it's Jack Swagger that may become a bit more of a talking point coming out of this match, believe it or not, because we now don't know what the future holds for Swagger. No longer a member of the Raw roster, he's been on it since the beginning last year. Where will Swagger go? What will Swagger do? Okay.
This bout is for the ECW Championship. Introducing the challenger, weighing 323 pounds, Kane.
Kane coming on down to the ring here tonight for this ECW Championship. getting this one-on-one match with the Big Show after finally being given back his mask by the general manager, Mr. McMahon. He was almost bribed to come here to ECW. McMahon was holding something over his head that he wanted back. This is going to be a real showdown of two absolute beasts. It's just going to be very curious to see what kind of condition Big Show's in after that 3-on-1 match.
And his opponent, the ECW champion, The Big Show.
Big Show has had some really impressive matches since coming to ECW. He's really made a name for himself. Honestly, I think he's become such a star since his move to ECW. It's done wonders for his whole career. But does it continue? Does that reign, that success, does it all carry on? The champion of champions. Big Show's a big deal on ECW. McMahon has done everything in his power to try and make sure that Big Show's reign comes to an end ASAP. There are disqualifications, there are countouts. 20-minute time limit is just standard match for the ECW Championship. They have really got to make the most of the time that they are given. Let's hope that we can get a decisive result between these two giants.
There's the bell. Momentum and pride are on the line.
Big Show trying to go in for a quick strike, but Kane... The thing about Kane that really surprises a lot of people, I think, is the speed this man can perform at. He's such a big man, and yet when he comes swinging fast.
Stars will give everything they have to win here tonight. Big Show's offense kind of looks like a bowling shoe, a size 40 bowling shoe. Backdrop.
There you go, there's a little bit more of the classic Big Show that we're so used to.
Oh, what a whip, rattling every fiber of his being.
Look at this.
Big Show's trying to mangle and maim him. Kane.
I was about to say, I wouldn't waste time posing for the fans right now. Not when you got an opponent that freaky against you. Up next, the WWE Championship is on the line. Stone Cold Steve Austin makes his in-ring return as he's set to face off against The Miz. Traditionally, this would be main event level, but obviously here at Survivor Series, it only makes sense that in a winner-takes-all Survivor Series stipulation, that is the main event. It's kind of gotta be. I don't think we'll ever see a match that huge at Survivor Series again. Big Show doing everything in his power to keep the offense strong and hard-hitting against Kane. For real, Big Show's shown us just how incredible of a match two giants can have. Look back at his Hell in a Cell encounter with Vader or his match with Vladimir Kozlov from a few weeks ago. Big Show has shown that, like, you can have a great hard-hitting match. Just two strong dudes just pounding away. Just beating each other to a pulp. Oh my god, Kane showing Big Show what he can do. We saw that exact move by Big Show and Kane, and that was impressive, but something about Kane being able to lift Big Show like that, it's just nuts.
How do you look at Big Show and not show some type of fear? Oh yeah, that face could scare Chrome up a bumper.
The ropes and Kane. Ooh, back body drop one of the Big Show. It's weird for the Big Show to be lifted and thrown around like that. You know he can't be too used to it.
That might have silenced at least a few of those voices in Kane's head. The ebb and flow of this match is just incredible.
Yeah, strikes from these two natural born heavy hitters. I don't think they're going to see anything too technical, but it's going to be effective. Again, Big Show trying to rally up his fans. Oh.
The demented Kane is full of rage tonight.
Look at this. Normally you see Big Show lift people and you don't think anything of it, but you see him lifting someone like Kane this frequently. You can't even assume that he's getting tired from it.
Again, this match is for the ECW Championship. Kane enjoys punishing his opponents. He relishes every one of those sadistic moves.
Oh, that was a very quick kick. Big Show lifting Kane up for a... Okay, I thought he was going to go for a powerbomb. He really tricked me. Goes in for the cover here on Kane. Is that going to be enough to get the job done? Definitely not.
If you have the opportunity, you have to see Big Show live to be able to comprehend the sheer size of this giant. Yeah, there's a reason they call him the Big Show.
And he tries to knock Kane off the apron. Kane very quick to react.
These men will make every sacrifice, pay any price to become ECW champion.
Lengthy night here tonight at Survivor Series. Those Survivor Series matches, you know, they'll do that. You're definitely going to get at least an hour's worth of them. I think we've already had near enough that. So far tonight, our sole survivors include John Cena, Eddie Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio, as they got a clean sweep over Booker T, R-Truth, and Mark Henry. And then we've also got Chavo Guerrero by himself. Survived the onslaught of Ezekiel Jackson, Mason Ryan, and Vladimir Kozlov. Really poetic justice the way that match came down to the very two that started it. It was Chavo Guerrero and Mason Ryan. That's where it all began, and that's where it came to an end with exactly the same result as Chavo Guerrero once again defeated Mason Ryan. Will he finally get that ECW title opportunity? Does he still want it when this is what's facing him as a potential challenge? I mean, obviously right now he seems to be a bit of a giant slayer, but I don't know. He's only actually beaten Mason Ryan when you think about it, in terms of giants. The hell is Big Show doing? Oh my god. Oh! Oh no, and he crashed and burned too. Oh, that's okay, it's fine. no real damage done. Oh wow, you could see the struggle there from Kane as he lifted Big Show for that scoop slam. Big Show realizes he's got to stay in control. He's got to stay on the offense. These two both had 1-on-3 challenges this Tuesday, and it was only Kane that came out on top. Admittedly, Kane's was very different to Big Show's, but well, Kane was the one that came out on top still. Big Show knocking Kane out of the ring.
He is definitely going to have those ribs looked at after this match.
This is definitely different. This is not the kind of thing that Big Show would normally resort to. Kane actually showing some signs of being hurt. Oh, wow. Head whiplashed off the concrete. Big Show going to settle for a countout maybe, but no, Kane's in the ring. Oh no. Kane's very own move, the choke slam. Is that going to be enough to get the victory over Kane and retain the ECW Championship? I think it could be. Oh yeah. You saw the way that Kane's head whiplashed off the concrete on the outside. I knew he was going to be seriously damaged from there, but for Big Show to then immediately connect with the chokeslam, this man played a smart game to keep the ECW Championship just there. I think he knew what he was doing, and it worked. You gotta have the wit of a champion sometimes, and Big Show showed that he's got exactly that. Those ropes not even bending at the weight of Big Show. What incredible strength those ropes have. Amazing. Well, will we see more championship retentions tonight? That is the question. I don't believe we've had a lot of championship matches so far tonight. In fact, I know we haven't. We've only had one. This is the second. And they kind of had to be a new champion in the first. Will we see another one, though, as up next, the WWE Championship is on the line. The Miz set for the biggest challenge possible. Stone Cold Steve Austin is gunning for that WWE Championship. Miz is in for the challenge of a lifetime. He only just, over a week ago, retained the WWE Championship against The Rock, and he got very lucky with the fact that The Rock was set up in that match. But here tonight, he's got to go up against Stone Cold Steve Austin, and as much as I almost want to believe that he stands a chance, I just don't know how he will. This is Stone Cold Steve Austin's first appearance since losing the championship back at Hell in a Cell when he was cashed in on by The Miz.
Introducing the challenger from Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
A man who was damn near unstoppable as a champion. Stone Cold Steve Austin comes in here tonight with one goal in mind, and it is to absolutely wreck The Miz. You know it is. You know there's no way that isn't his goal tonight. That man is going to destroy The Miz, no matter what it takes. Stone Cold Steve Austin claims that The Miz has been holding on to something that does not belong to him. Stone Cold made it clear he's not finished with John Cena either. Cena may have turned a new leaf, he may be a good guy now, but Stone Cold Steve Austin says he is not done with John Cena. He's got his sights set on him, and he will be the #1 target once he gets his championship back. This is a big, big night for The Miz. I want to know how he's going to make it out. That's all. That's all that's on my mind, is how is he going to do it? Miz was told to come out first, not only so that Austin could get a returning ovation, but so that The Miz had no chance of any kind of cheap shot before the match could start. It's easier attacked from behind than it is from the front. And The Miz, very quick to escape the ring. This man befriended Stone Cold Steve Austin. He managed to somehow gain the trust of Stone Cold. And Austin, hold on a second. No, there is disqualification in this match. Is The Miz really going to try and run out the 20-minute time limit? How the hell is that going to work? That's 20 whole minutes. That didn't work. Didn't even phase Austin.
Thank you once again for joining us at November's longest running sports entertainment event.
The Miz trying everything in his power to blindside Stone Cold. You can see it.
Tell me the truth, Michael Cole. What is it that makes you so fond of The Miz? It's simple.
It's the first time we've seen these two in the ring against each other since The Miz apparently respected Stone Cold Steve Austin and never wanted to cross his path, only to cash in the briefcase on him. And look at that. Very quick offense from Stone Cold and a very desperate and quick escape from The Miz. Doing everything in his power to keep Stone Cold down and out as much and as quick as possible. And he got him. Miz has got some offense in. Here you go. And here we go. Ooh. This is not looking good for Miz already. He just watched two of his partners lose their championship. He doesn't need this right now. John Morrison could be the only champion remaining in the Misfits coming out of tonight.
Championship on the line. How smart is the Miz? Bottom line, man should hold a
And again.
doctorate in our craft.
Yeah, well, there's no denying the Miz is intelligent.
Look at this.
Stand the guy.
What is this guy thinking?
And he
No, that'll
was
do it.
careening into those steel steps.
There may be disqualification, but that doesn't mean that the Miz can't try and pull a fast one, throwing him into some steel steps.
Qualification.
Yeah, that's why they call it the championship advantage. You can lose the match, but still keep the title.
They just went through a lot of planning, a lot of trouble to get that championship off of Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think he'd be almost devastated to lose it so quickly. But I just don't see how he's going to come out alive with the championship.
And his head bounces off the table.
A ferocious
Finally actually managed to knock Austin off his feet with that clothesline. You know, the only thing that he's got going for him over Austin, I'd say, is ring rust. Austin's not been in the ring for over a month. About a month and a half.
30-pounder from Cleveland, Ohio, possesses an incredibly aggressive and confident mindset.
watch out here.
I think Miz was trying to run past Austin there. That didn't quite work out.
What an atmosphere it is here at Survivor Series.
The former WWE Champion, the longest reigning ever WWE Champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin, is now getting his offense in. With a big powerbomb. Ugh, no one delivers them more vicious-like. Honestly, I think Stone Cold's got one of the best powerbombs. Whenever I see it, I'm always amazed at the intensity behind it.
This is a no
I
disqualification.
think The Miz was actually just trying to escape there and not trying to connect.
The ropes, everything is legal in this contest.
I don't even think like he's doing damage to Austin. I think he's just pissing him off more, to be honest.
Big move coming. You were watching Survivor Series, which all began way back in 1987 in Richfield, Ohio. And that started a
Pretty good show, too.
long phenomenon.
1987 Survivor Series. Not a bad show. I watched that very recently.
The Texas Rattlesnake is all business tonight. And it's imperative he gets back in the ring right
If
now.
The Miz gets counted out, he keeps the WWE Championship. I think Stone Cold needs to remember that.
Phenomenal championship contest. Who will win? Who's going home with the title?
And it seems like The Miz wants to at least win by count, by like way of the timer running out, not necessarily by count out. He knows, he's experienced now that he knows if he gets disqualified or counted out, it just means he's got to deal with Austin at a later date.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't think draw is going to do him much good either, but
superstar ever.
he seems to think it will.
Aggressive suplex.
Let him believe, I guess.
This is a grueling championship match. Nobody
Stone
wants to
Cold
lose
is
this
absolutely killing The Miz right now in there.
Kick to the gut.
Oh no, oh my god! That was the sound of The Undertaker. When the lights had just come on and The Miz was outside the ring. Stone Cold Steve Austin bloodied. What the hell? Just what?
With finale.
The Miz? No way.
2, 3.
And once again, The Miz finds a way out of it. But why would The Undertaker help The Miz? I mean, there's no way The Undertaker's joining the Misfits. Stone Cold Steve Austin clearly distracted and attacked whilst the lights were out. We heard the gong, the sound of The Undertaker, but something clearly happened whilst those lights were out, and The Miz, he knew to get the hell out of the ring. Austin managed to get to his feet, but Miz immediately catching him with the skull-crushing finale, and clearly with the lights out, no disqualifications. Maybe The Undertaker was framed by the Misfits. I don't know why Undertaker would help The Miz. I'm speechless at this outcome. I never thought in a million years I'd see The Miz overcome Stone Cold in his rematch, but somehow he found a way.
The following six-man tag team match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing 222 pounds, CM Punk.
Well, I'm as speechless as I am over what we just witnessed, the highway robbery, the Miz somehow clearly using Undertaker as a distraction to Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, we all want answers, I'm sure of it. I can already guess that you guys are going to want answers as bad as everyone else, but that was definitely the sound of the Undertaker. Whether it was just something that the Miz had planned in advance or what, I don't know, but the Miz found a way to defeat Stone Cold Steve Austin and retain the WWE Championship, and we gotta move on. Right now, this is our main event, a Survivor Series style matchup. It is the most logical way to close it out here at Survivor Series, the second annual Survivor Series. It's been a big, historical night, but could we see 3 championships change hands in a single match? Could be looking at completely hitting the reset button on Monday nights. Every championship on that brand could change hands tonight. So far we've seen Karma dethroned, she's no longer the women's champion. Will we see brand new world champion, European champion, and world tag team champions all in one match? Such high stakes. Winner takes all. Could be looking at the next European champion right here. I think the United Kingdom have definitely met their match in this match. I mean, they've got some real serious threat against them. As recently as this Monday, they were put in their place by these 3 when CM Punk and Kevin Nash teamed up and defeated their World Tag Team Champions Wade Barrett and William Regal. We've been told that Wade Barrett is not to compete in this match tonight. It will be William Regal, as Barrett was the one that took the pinfall, so they are not putting their faith in him competing in this match. But here's the real big one, the real big question when you want to really get down to the nitty-gritty of it. Is this guy going to become World Heavyweight Champion? That's the real #1 question on everyone's mind right now. Vader made a big move going from ECW, where he was a former world champion, where he was a top star, to Monday Night Raw. That was a huge transition for him to have made. Is it one that will pay off? There's been a lot of build up to this moment. Vader went through Batista to be in this matchup. Someone who has been fixated on the World Heavyweight Championship, obsessed with the World Heavyweight Championship. This is what Raw's been all about just lately. It's these guys right here. It's a serious threat. These guys hold all the gold on Monday nights. Proven to be the superior faction across the brands. Will they continue to prove that tonight? So far, we've seen nothing but failure from brands this week, and from factions this week. On SmackDown, we saw the Misfits lose the Tag Team Championships. Tonight at Survivor Series, we kick things off watching the Crew fail in their Survivor Series match. We then earlier tonight saw the Powerhouse fail in their Survivor Series match, and now we're here at this point, and the United Kingdom are basically the last faction to try and make a statement here tonight and show that factions can succeed.
What has to be going through his head here?
CM Punk, Kevin Nash, and Vader are a very unlikely trio.
Thank you once again for joining us at November's longest sports entertainment event, the Survivor Series.
And the World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus tying up with CM Punk. I don't feel like that's a match we've actually seen before.
And there's a tag.
And it looks like it's not going to be a match we see now
He's
either.
back out on the apron. William Regal could break a man down a million different ways. What an atmosphere it is here at Survivor Series.
Slide suplex catches CM Punk. Catches William Regal from CM Punk. The World Tag Team Champions have often been cited as kind of the weaker part of the United Kingdom. It's mostly the Celtic Cross, the combination of Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, that has been just dominant. They've been on top since the inception, near enough. It all started with them being the longest reigning World Tag Team Champions as the Celtic Cross. 30-minute match. One team must come out on top.
Regal, vicious, and physical.
William Regal knows how to make even the simplest move more devastating.
You are watching Survivor Series, which all began
CM Punk might be the most troubled member of this matchup.
and that started a decades-long phenomenon.
You look at like the likes of Kevin Nash and Vader, two very, very big threats to the United Kingdom.
Money in the Bank winner, a multi-time
I feel like Nash and Vader's combined weight is the same as the other three.
So far, this has been a very competitive tag team match. Oh man, he got turned inside out. Now bringing in his partner.
It seems like there's some kind of game plan here to focus specifically on the one gunning for their championship. As we've now got Drew McIntyre and Nash in the ring.
Big shot by Drew McIntyre.
Nash, of course, the #1 contender to the European Championship held by Drew McIntyre. A championship that Drew McIntyre introduced in place of the United States Championship, making McIntyre the final United States Champion. A title that McIntyre claimed to be worthless. Just like the country of its origin, he considered the United States Championship to mean nothing to him, and that its history was an embarrassment to the rest of the world. McIntyre focusing entirely on a continent that he considers to be of greatness, of success.
It is indeed a holiday tradition. We're having so much fun at Survivor Series.
So much fun. Fun is the word I'd use. Wrestling is fun.
In the sound of you.
McIntyre really showing his strength against Kevin Nash here.
Tag team contest underway. Both of these teams have been very game so far.
A lot of people say McIntyre is kind of the breakout star of the United Kingdom, that he's the one with all the potential in the world. That is not what I wanted to do, but thank you for offering.
Over the past several decades, Survivor Series has become an
Regal
international
back in, the World Heavyweight Champion clearly being preserved, saved. The leader of the United Kingdom, it makes a lot of sense. Sheamus is a big deal.
Philippines and in many countries throughout the entire Middle East. With Nash in there, you're not going to see any headlocks or arm drags. Big Daddy Cool is about heavy shots.
I was really hoping he'd immediately lock in a headlock. Because I know that every character in this game has a headlock.
And Nash has simply dominated this
Oh,
match.
wow. 2-in-1. Oh, 3-in-1. Kevin Nash just trying to make a statement at the expense of the United Kingdom.
Sheamus comes up with a devastating.
This is a dangerous one for Nash. He could get counted out easily. Big loss for the United Kingdom. I mean, a big loss for the opposing team. Sorry. It's a big gain for the United Kingdom. Definitely the sounds of William Regal.
Outside of the ring, Kevin Nash likes to have a good time. But inside the ring, Big Sexy is all business. What a tag team match this has been.
Look at this assault to the rib cage and lower back. And he fights out of it. He breaks the hold. And he lights up his chest with a shot.
You know, there's just so much at stake for these teams in this
World
match.
Heavyweight Champion Sheamus has been tagged in.
And now he's back out
Two
of the
biggest men in each team in terms of height. Now in the ring.
Showing absolutely no remorse.
Now, who does a methodical pace benefit?
Well, whenever the dominating competitor takes his time, it gives everybody a chance to catch their breath. So I don't know.
Sheamus deciding to go for those frail knees of Kevin Nash. They are a weak spot on him.
Great counter.
Intercepted.
And Irish Curse backbreaker. For good measure, is that going to be enough to get Kevin Nash eliminated from this one nice and quickly? He wished. He really did.
And the ref starts the count. Refusing to give in there. What sheer determination.
Into the corner.
And he tags out.
Oh, big right, oh, a little left even to the midsection of of Sheamus, of CM Punk.
Whoa! And he fights his way out.
Sheamus backing up and a bro kick. Oh wow, CM Punk just got caught.
From Sheamus. Hooking the leg.
And the referee really thinking about counting that pin, but he did. I mean, to be fair, yeah, not enough damage done to CM Punk just yet.
Talk about Sheamus' strength. How about his smarts? Yeah, I'll be the first to admit, this guy's good.
Punk's really turned his career around in this second season. He was on a real bad losing streak earlier on this year, but I think he's really come around. Ever since winning that World Tag Team Championship with Kane, we've really seen a different side of CM Punk.
You felt Sheamus' strength firsthand. Yeah, you're right about that. I don't know if there's anyone in the WWE that is.
And here's the match we've been waiting for. The only man to defeat Sheamus in recent memory, Vader, immediately put into the World Championship scene in what was just supposed to be a cross-promotional matchup.
Watch it, and he powers out.
This man absolutely flusters Sheamus, and you can really see it in action in this match.
What he needs is an exorcist. I've watched Vader for a long time, and let me tell you, there have been natural disasters that cause less damage than this monster.
Here we go.
He's got Sheamus turned upside down. What's Vader gonna do here?
Breaks the hold.
Okay, nothing too flashy, but effective.
Few men as volatile as the 400-pound monster Vader.
Drew McIntyre coming to the aid of Sheamus there. That's that World Tag Team Championship experience from those two coming into play. And away goes Vader. Tag made to Regal. Looks like Sheamus has had enough.
Oh, it's a good thing Vader wears a mask. I don't look at Vader.
Uh-oh, Vader bomb.
Partner's being punished and he's seated up.
United Kingdom and... Oh, no! Every member knocked out, too. But, of course, why would you go for a pin? That is a good question. Drew McIntyre in for the save.
These athletes seem to have tried everything in their playbook.
Oh, there's more in their arsenal. I promise you that.
William Regal looks to be in some real serious trouble. I think Sheamus tagged out at just the right moment.
In this matchup, hard shot to the arm.
Looking the leg of Regal,
Oh, he's
and
in trouble now.
Regal very slow to get up to his feet. Clearly hurting from that Vader bomb, and Vader manages to fight his way back.
Like it. Those ribs have been targeted so many times over the course of this match.
I think Regal is looking for some kind of a tag out there, probably. And that Irish whip attempt. It's going to be a real struggle to get out of the ring when Vader's in control.
Whoa! And he fights his way out.
Vader now going in for the pin on William Regal.
He's seated up. Here he comes. And he breaks the cover. And there's the count.
Vader with a massive choke slam.
Would you look at this? Can you believe it? This is an undying will, and this has got to be it.
Regal actually managed to kick out of that one on his own volition. He's still got a little bit of fight in him, clearly.
The referee getting involved now.
What's Regal up to here?
What a fool. I mean, what kind of
Drew McIntyre knocks Vader over the ropes and
The ropes were pulled down.
out of the ring.
Really? I didn't see that.
And now it looks like Vader is in some real dangerous territory.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. That's a thin pad outside the ring. It offers absolutely no protection.
The #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, fighting with the United Kingdom on the outside. It's Regal, who is out cold right now, from that butt. I can't remember if that was a headbutt or a knock into the barricade. It was one of the two. Regal once again throws Vader outside the ring.
Look at this, fighting and clawing with every fiber of his being, refusing to submit.
Oh, look at the strength of Regal! Wow.
Devastating impact on the outside.
And oh no, onto the steel steps.
Man, that's gotta hurt.
Regal clearly trying to use the outside as a way to gain an upper hand.
And momentum has changed once again.
The chop turning the chest red and swollen.
Come on, get out of the ring. No, get out of the ring. Fuck. Vader.
He wills his way out.
Just wanted to get you out of the ring real quick. I remembered how to drag.
Oh, big Irish whip right into the
Regal now.
security wall.
Got Vader on the barricade. Fuck off, Sheamus! Motherfucker! Stop!
Oh, what a whip. Rattling every fiber of
Use
his
your
being.
brain for a moment. What the hell is it? Okay, maybe I can get this to go still. Oh, is this gonna go? No, he's just gonna keep fucking bumping onto the barcode.
Vader knew exactly what to do there.
Oh god, this sucks. Alright, never mind. I'm warning you, I would like to do something.
Watch out here.
Regal seems to be luring Vader up the apron, I mean the ramp, finally. What the hell is this?
Oh, look out.
Regal, what the... Oh!
Down on that steel floor.
The #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship has been dragged up to the entryway.
Big move coming.
And Regal... Oh.
Painful, debilitating move on the heavy
McIntyre coming for some backup, perhaps? Was this a plan all along?
Oh, did you see that? His body twisting and turning in a sickening
Regal working over Vader at the top of the entryway. We're up to a count of 9.
2008 King of the Ring.
He's still not through.
And I think this was like a self-sacrificial situation. The United Kingdom clearly had something planned there. Oh, don't tell me that the camera's gonna fuck up.
Man, this is one of those nice reversals.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. This was some kind of self-sacrifice plan from the United Kingdom. William Regal was just a scapegoat to get Vader counted out and himself to ensure it definitely happened, and Punk's out. The United Kingdom. You can't say they're not master strategists.
Presses on.
Kevin Nash on his own, just like that.
That just makes him so
2-on-1 still, too.
I know it works though, whatever it is.
Kind of makes you sick. You can see it so clearly now, the plan that had unfolded from the United Kingdom, why Regal was so fixated on taking the fight to the outside. They knew they didn't stand a chance against Vader. Sheamus was afraid of Vader. So what happens if you just take him up the entryway, get him real far away from the ring, and anytime he tries to make any kind of escape, you just connect with a move? Regal really had that one strategized. And he knew that it would come at the cost of him being eliminated from the match, but that it would help secure things. And of course, with the other opponents distracted, they possibly even assumed as far as the fact that someone would try to come to the aid of him, which Kevin Nash did, isolating the legal men from the ring, and CM Punk was very quickly caught out and eliminated there. And now it's just Kevin Nash up against the Celtic Cross on his own.
knee. Irish curse. Rolling out of the ring. And it might be time for him to reassess the situation.
Oh, and out of the ring goes Sheamus.
Sheamus is just flat out mean.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone who enjoys hurting people as much as Sheamus does.
I mean, they could go for another count out here. Drew McIntyre would still be in the ring.
Has to be broken right now.
This would technically still be a victory. Just what a tainted way to win.
Under the ring. But this
Hold on, Sheamus.
disqualification match.
Got a steel chair.
Trying to get disqualified.
Oh, and Kevin Nash able to reverse that.
I thought he was going to get leveled there.
Another tremendous suplex.
Sheamus with that steel chair. Oh, right over the head of Nash.
Oh, that rocked Nash.
And now Drew McIntyre is the only man in the match. A little bit of a self-sacrifice once again, you can tell. Do that extra bit of damage on the big man.
Much more. We may need him down here before that.
And Drew McIntyre
Hooking the arm.
able to capitalize with a huge Future Shock DDT.
His shoulders are down. One.
And the United Kingdom just played the rules of this match to their advantage to the fullest. My God, what a strategy. They had it all planned out.
Here are your winners, the United Kingdom. Representing the United Kingdom, the Celtic Warrior Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, William Regal.
They had this all planned out the whole time. And Sheamus... Whoa, what the hell? What? Why? It all made sense. The whole plan, everything in this made sense. From the tag team championship situation, you know, making sure that Regal got Vader the double count out. And then following the double count out, as I said before, Kevin Nash following them up the ramp, which isolated CM Punk in the ring because one person would stay in the ring. Sheamus quickly connecting with the Brogue Kick, making sure he got Punk out, making it 2-on-1. Nash then finally in the ring by the time the 3 count's done. The plan was clear, get one of them disqualified, let them hit a steel chair on the final member just to make sure that they're weakened. And then when it becomes 1-on-1, quickly connect with the finisher and get the job done. They had a clear, concise plan and they won. But why in the hell did Sheamus just turn on Drew McIntyre? That is the only part of the plan I completely don't understand. Well, regardless of whatever the hell reason Sheamus has for this, this has been an extremely eventful night at Survivor Series, and what a final image to close on. Could he just not handle the fact that it was Drew McIntyre that got the final pin? I just don't understand. We'll see you guys tomorrow night on Raw, and maybe things will make a little more sense.